Okay, let's hope the audio is actually balanced today. Oh, I was forgetting to do that. Let's see. We'll go to sources, chat and video cam, deactivate, activate. Hey, there we go. What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach. This is Idle Entertainment. If you're coming from YouTube, Zonk. Welcome back. Today we are continuing work on the potato game. Got a little bit of a longer stream today compared to yesterday, at least. Feeling a lot better, actually. And we are going to start off today, actually, by making a list of stuff we need to get done. So, well, actually, quick recap before we start. I did a little of off-screen programming yesterday, and I got the build system to work a little bit better. So now, it currently works when the player has no buildings, or if they do have buildings, or, for example, if we restart this bad boy here, and we decide, hey, we want to use... Oh, someone is calling me. Hold on. See, this is why we prep stuff. Let's see what we got going right here. Okay, great interruption. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Y'all would not be a proper stream until we get a random phone call interruption. Okay, so, yeah, just a simple, this was pretty, I was pretty proud of this. Just a little simple system that works whenever the player places a building, it updates accordingly. So that's good. That was kind of like the last major thing we need to do, at least structurally, before we finish up the shop screen, which we're going to be doing today. So, we're going to create a to-do list, because that's actually pretty important. I was watching... Pirate Software yesterday, and one of the things he pointed out was a great way to kind of combat, I guess, ADHD when you're programming is to create a to-do list of like what you want to do. Make it a pretty short to-do list, 1 to 5 objects, not extrapolating it, which is something I do a lot. Which if you actually I'm gonna do that here. We're gonna do it on our Notion. If you check out the Notion, I did make a to-do list a couple days ago, right here, where we added a bunch of stuff. So today we're just gonna be working on the shop system. We're gonna clear out, we already got our 5 tasks today. I think this is where we're gonna be working on for today's stream, really, which is just getting, I can't shove those back. Basically, we're just gonna try to get those 5 things done. We're gonna add a new screen to the commerce tab, did that. Creating a UI to represent different sections in the shop. So this is going to be the main focus of today's stream, and what we're going to be doing for that is kind of designing out the UI. And I would have done this in Figma, but I didn't set up the Figma properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to use my actual choice of design tools, my favorite choice of design tools, which is Microsoft Paint. So, what does our shop necessarily need to have? We're gonna break it up into 3 categories. We're going to have gear, which is like sprinklers and other junk. We're gonna have fertilizers, and we're gonna have buildings. So that's pretty simple. I think the way I want to do it is you have like bars on your screen, right? It's just like 3 bars, and you can kind of scroll throughout the 3 bars, and you'll see like different prices and stuff like that, or you can just click on the buttons for those 3 bars. There's a little menu on the right side, and let me actually draw this out rather than talking, because this is how we screw ourselves up. We got like 3 bars here, and this game is gonna be pretty simple. I'm not going to continue to outscope the game as I do stuff. I guess that's a problem we've been having throughout the entirety of this development cycle. And inside each of these bars will be some items that the player will be able to scroll through, like so. For now, we'll keep it pretty minimal, maybe like 5 for each, or maybe like, yeah, 5 to 6 for each, just for the demo purposes, and we'll expand it. And then we will have like a little kind of box over here, the button inside that box. Oh, cool. Have a box inside of here with a button inside that box right here. And look, this is so much faster than Figma, dude. I'm prototyping it. Purchase. So inside there, we'll have like a little purchase button. We will have like an image of the item. We'll have like a little description of what it does. And then over here, we'll have like different sections. So this one is like buildings. This one is gear. And this one is fertilizer. Don't want to save that yet. I forgot about the itch.io horror games. And of course, I always forget to do this at the beginning of the stream, which is setting up our timer so we work accordingly. I'm done with timer. So I think this is pretty straightforward. So this would be like, for now, well, what I would want to do is I would want to wrap a, I guess, how should I do this actually? Because something I was doing before was I had like a vertical box to kind of address how I'd want like each section to be. Or at least I had a vertical box for like each section, then a horizontal box inside those to evenly distribute them, and then it's like inside of that's a scroll box. We will figure that all out. I feel like now what we should do is we should just establish one section immediately for the building, and one section immediately for the gear on top of that. So let's see, what would we need for this? We would need a panel of some kind to just kind of represent the color separation. You doing okay there, Quincy? We would have some kind of button inside there with like some image to represent each of these things, and maybe like a title beneath it. So maybe like we have a button. You click on the button. How do we want to do this? Ooh, would it be better to have like columns? This is why we're doing the design portion. Because it could be better just to have like another like multi-column section where it's just like, hey, here's like a section, like here's a tab, like you have like buildings, you have gear, you have fertilizers, here's like a scroll bit inside of there, and like here's like each section, so you click the button and it pops up on that side. I think that's actually the best way to do it, so we don't have to worry about like a whole bunch of things. So let's actually do that. So yeah, basically we're just gonna mimic the stock screen. And we already got an idea of how to do that right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these bad boys, which is a tab screen, or I think that's what it's called, tab container. We're gonna add that to our shop panel here. And we are gonna anchor that to the middle side of here with a little bit here. And we're just going to expand that guy out like so. And inside this guy right here, we are going to have panels. So we're gonna call this one shop sections. And inside these, we are going to have more panels. Perfect. And this panel will be buildings. The next panel will be gear. And then the third panel will be fertilizer. Awesome. So we got that set up. I'm gonna turn off the grid for now just so I can kind of see it. I don't know, can you have snap to grid on while this is doing this thing? Not sure. Oh, let's make it so we can't select the children. That's important. There we go. Oh. Hey, there we go. What's good, Lewis? How you doing? You're gonna stay for roughly 2 minutes and hopefully start passing out, which means sleeping. Okay, hopefully hopefully the lo-fi helps out a little bit. But how you doing, Lewis? How you doing? It's been a couple of days. It's been a minute. How's the game going? Any more B puns in you? Don't make any if it's gonna wake you up though. So in here we need to basically recreate this bad boy right here. which has a V-box, a scroll container, and some separators inside those. So I'm gonna just kind of study what I did for this. This V-box container, set to expand. It's these buttons I remember that have a very specific thing that I did for layout purposes, clip contents, and I did minimum sizes. I remember that now. This is what I did, and I had shrink center and shrink expand based on that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just see if I can just copy this and just put it inside here and just see if that, okay, I had a feeling that was going to be exactly like that. That's fine. Yeah, honestly, I'm just going to kind of redo the thing I had here. So the scroll container here, what we want to do is we want to have it fill the entire panel. It's a little too much, actually. There you go. So it's inside there. And then inside of you, we want another V-box container. And I believe the way I have it set up for you is you have clip contents on, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I did anything specific. I had that for here. Okay, can't figure out if I want the players to upgrade the buildings they place with the tiles, and in both ways I'm not sure how to level up stuff yet. That's proper future Lewis. Very true. And yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat with this one too. I'm kind of like in this weird part where I'm not sure like where this game's gonna be like fun, which is always like the most fun part. I say complete irony, but yeah, I mean you'll get it. It's just honestly at that point that's playtesting. You can make like one version of it. You can make 2 mini versions of it, see what people like the best, and you could just go with it. But yeah, playtesting is always gonna be your best friend for that. Okay, let's add some buttons to these bad boys here. And we're just going to see how we have things working here. Localization, transform, container sizing. We want to expand and button. This is what we want to do. This is always the fun part. I love UI creation, dude. That's the biggest lie I've ever told. So, yeah, let's see. I just want to see what this looks like if I add an icon to it. That's what I thought. Okay, what's this do? A flat button for like this way. 24-hour stream? You're funny. We get some good sleep, Lewis. God knows I'm not doing 24-hour stream. Hey, Anna James, welcome to the Think Tank. Thanks for the follow. How you doing today? Lewis, you're out of your mind. 24-hour stream. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Having a much more mellow day than I did yesterday. Let's call this one potato patch. So the thing I always struggle with this is how I want my icons to work. So here's expand icons, and here's expand icons out. Oh, you're gonna start streaming too? Right on, right on. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and especially if you're a game dev, it's a great way to build a community. Enable will shrink with the buttons. Keeping size aspect. See icon max width. So I do want it to the left. There we go. And I think contents was on, and I set a minimum size to how I want this guys to work. So I think, yeah, this is how we. What's my suggestion for streaming? Well, the first thing I would suggest is just making sure you're consistent. That's something I really need to work on. So far, I haven't been like too bad, but consistency is one thing. The other thing is just making sure you're enjoying the process. Like, don't start streaming with the expectation that's gonna become your job, if that's what your goal is. Because doing anything on the internet that requires like a bunch of people to come together for you to actually make an income is always like a huge thing. Yeah. See, that's what it is right there. As long as you're just gonna stream it and it's like you're streaming your passion, that's what makes it fun. Honestly, I would just say like just have fun with it. Like if you want it to become like something that you would like to become your career, consistency is key. Or if you just want to build a community, really, um, yeah, just enjoy it. Really, be yourself. Oh, that's actually the biggest thing. Be yourself. Do I want to need your work like used for my games? Maybe at some point. I'd like to see your work first though before I give like a solid answer. Right now I'm in the camp of like just doing my own stuff. Like there's no shame or anything. Oh, would I like to check your work? Yeah, sure. There's a link to the Discord server for this channel, and there's an art chat there if you want to share it there. That's probably the best place to put that. Okay, so I just gotta figure out how you fix these buttons right here. Clip contents, and I did a minimum size. Then I had shrink center, so I just have to basically do that again. Oh, so if you go to the Twitch channel, there's like a link to a Discord server for this channel, and inside there is an art chat where people share their art. So if yeah, I'd be down to check out your work as long as it's like safe for work, I guess, like nothing like super crazy violent or gory or anything like that, or like sexual in nature. Yeah, go ahead and share it. It should be like in a little Discord logo on like the homepage of my channel. Transform. Okay, there's a couple of other things I need to fix before I do this. What do I do differently here? I hate UI. I hate UI so much. It's so unnecessary, but I hate doing this so much. Layout direction, container, shortcut. Text around behavior, ellipses. Okay. Inherited. Okay, there we go. There we go. So it has to be above a certain thing. Please find my Discord ID. Sure, I got you. Yeah, I'm right here. Here, I'll just post a link to the Discord chat so you can post it there. Give me a second. Here, let me not accidentally create a new link to the Discord chat. Here, just give me a quick second. Let me pause my work timer too so it doesn't take this part out. So we want to set up. I think, let's see, we want to go here, and where did I put it? Where did I put it? There we go. Here, so peep this link in chat, right here. Hop in that Discord and you can post your work in the art channel there. It's the best way to distribute it. Okay, so this is what I need to, it just needs to be above a minimum size of like what we have for this. The X doesn't really, X doesn't really matter, it's the Y that matters the most here. So this will change the look of the icon, that's good to know. And for the theme, or at least the theme overrides, font size, this is what we want to mess with. Ooh, guide, okay. Oh, cool, the icon will expand according to that. All right, cool, we're learning a lot here. So for the look of this button, I don't think I can change anything specifically about it. I guess it's fine for now. And this font size is fine for now too. Now all I need to do is just make sure I did this correctly. So first off, I am going to just reduce the size of the button just like a little bit. And same thing with the font size too. 30 is like kind of crazy, so we'll do like 22 for now. Okay, that's good. And let's just duplicate the button a few times, make sure the scroll pops up accordingly. Awesome. So we did set this up correctly, and we also wanted to shrink from the center for our layout. Container sizing. We want to shrink center and shrink center as well from there. Oh, I just did that button. Gosh darn it. Okay, we want to do all of these buttons, and we want to set our layout on container sizing to shrink center. Shrink center from there as well. Try not to fill. There we go. Now the X is taken into consideration, I believe, if I'm not incorrect. Nope. Okay. I guess. Custom minimize size. No, we don't want that. We want to increase the Y to above that. And then if we look at the transform, 146 is basically above the threshold of where we want to go. There we go. Look at that, dude. Perfect. And we can just shrink the Y just like a little. There we go. About there. And now what I want to do is for our scroll container, I want the scroll to be on the. I can't remember if I was allowed to put that on the left side. Oh, cool. Okay. Layout. Vertical scroll mode. I show it to. Oh, cool. Awesome. Send you a Discord friend request. Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't do friend requests. Had some bad stuff happen last time with a couple other viewers, and I just yeah. If you could just like keep that in the server, all good. But yeah. If you post in the server, I'll check it out once the work timer goes out, so we can go through there. Okay, so we got our buttons in here correctly. I want to change the colors of them too because it's a little hard to see what we got going on here. Let's see. I'm not sure. I don't know if timestamps are on. Let's see. If we do. I think it's theme overrides colors, font color, press color. Can we just like default colors? Theme. New thing. Oh yeah, it's gonna do that. I don't want to do that. I just want to do this one right here. Constants. Oh, outline. Oh wait, this is for the font. Okay, we don't want that. Okay. No, Anna, I don't accept friend requests. I'm just thinking about that. Where is it? I had some pretty rough times with, at least the last time, it created way too close of a relationship with another viewer. I don't really want to get into it, but yeah, that's just a rule I have. It's nothing personal, but there's that separation, and I keep that up there. I'm cool with y'all. I love talking to y'all, and I love seeing y'all's work, but yeah, it's just the line I draw. Okay, we're gonna keep that there. So this one will be the potato button. See, so all I have to do is I just have to copy and paste that guy right there over and over again. So for now, we can actually just get rid of this. Whenever we implement a theme, it's just that button is real hard to see. Can I add like, alignment? I don't want to do that at the beginning. We'll worry about that later. This part for now. But we have like the first part was just like what it's going to be. The next part is just like the screen displaying like what it has. So here we're at shop section. Yeah, shop section. I can't speak. We'll grab a panel. We will put that on the far right side here. Yeah, go ahead, Anna. Ask your question. Then we will move this guy here. And expand this up here, this up here, this here, and this here. Cool. I want to be about the same size as the shop screen. Nothing too crazy there. Maybe not like the whole thing right there, but we'll make it about here. Out there's fine. Let me open the GitHub too. Just make sure we're always constantly doing that. Awesome. So in here, what we want to do, display panel. So we want to add a couple of things to this. First off is, I don't know if there's like an icon straight up I can add. There's a color rect. I already said, Anna, why I don't do friend requests. Texture rect here. Let's do that. Seriously, if you want to send your art, post it in the server. I'll check it out there. We'll keep like all of it there, yeah. Put that there, and we will just quick load the icon SVG just to see what it looks like. I don't know if this is going to just store. If I do this, it will just store. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to keep size. Stretch mode. Tile. Oh. Keep aspect. That's what we want to do. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can't have it centered, unfortunately. Oh no. No, that's yeah. Fit height, fit width, proportional. Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, it won't center, but that's fine. We don't need it to be anything crazy. It just needs to be like, hey, fit width, and our size. Don't want to do that. Oh, did I restart the timer? I just want to keep the aspects. Will this do both if I keep that? No, okay, so we'll expand accordingly. That's the problem there. And I already told you, if you want to send your art, I am interested in seeing your art, but it has to be done through the server. This is the last time I'm talking about this. I'm not going to accept a friend request. Yeah, I just don't know how to do this right here. Okay. Any water left? I'm gonna pause the time real quick. I'm gonna go grab some water. Or actually, before I even do that, let's just add in the description area for it. This is cool because we'll actually be able to just add in the bits and pieces of like what we need it to be. So we got texture rect, and this will just be item icon. Actually, hold on. Why am I doing this to myself? This is way more difficult than it has to be. I can just add like a label to it. Just be like description. And we get like another label for like this would be like item tags. And then we'll have like we'll have a button inside there for there we go. Purchase. No icon for that, but what we will do is we'll have theme override colors. Hover color, disable color, icon normal color, final icon constant. I guess you just can't change the way the button looks. I mean, didn't I do this before for like the stock screen? I thought I did at least. Whatever. Let's go here. Check out the purchase. We can change the look of the display panels. So I think I'll do that. Just create a quick one of these. Just make it like down in green or something. There you go. There you go, that's what I did. And we have like that, and we have like that. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. BRB. Oh, pause the timer anyway. Forgot I said I was gonna do that. Got me some water. Let's get back to it. So we have this item description label here. And we'll put like usage. Okay. I can't like just like set padding, or you should be able to set padding, right? Oh, there's the padding section, dude. Or just a little bit from the top. And same thing for this. There we go. And about this much out. So whatever this is, which is 5.7, just round that up to 6. Same thing for this one. Okay. And put the usage here. And inside of each of them, I mean, we're gonna have like a script for the shop screen, and that's what it's gonna do. So I think what I want to do for this guy here is I'll just like, yeah, we'll just put some text in there. So maybe below it, we will just do that. We will set its layout to be like here, maybe. No, not that. Here. Then I'll expand out like its whole thing to be about here. And then we will do the same thing for usage. So I'll just move it down. To about the same location. And for, let's see, this will be item description. This will be description. And this will be, let's see. Usage. Oh. This will just be straight up, maybe it's like usage. There we go. Okay, so from there, what we're gonna do is now, well, at least what I have to do now is I just have to add in the specifics for each part. So like whenever the player selects a potato patch, it costs X amount of money, uses that. So, all right, let's add that. So the final thing to do is just move this purchase label down, or this purchase button down just like a little bit. So not like that, but here. And right below the usage section, which doesn't need to be this big, we will add a label. So let's just duplicate usage, move it down a little bit on the Y. Mess around with its rect size just like a little bit. Anchor to the bottom, like so. Yep. Move it up, like this. Then center that bad boy. And just write costs. And under usage, we'll put a cost label. And all the stuff that like we actually need to mess with, we will put under a specifically accessible name. So this one will be item usage. Will be usage. Cool. And we'll give you a access as a unique name. And finally, this cost label will also access as a unique name. So now the next thing to do is to put in at least a system for how this would work. So because we have everything, and actually let me back this up right here. Added, let's see, added general layout for store menu. I just need to add the functionality to it. So what does this need to do? So whenever the player pushes a button, it needs to connect to this guy right here, which basically says, hey, this player just pushed this, it did this. So first things first, actually. We might, let's just give the shop handle a script called shop, actually. I'll put that under the scripts called shop.gd, like so. And this way we have a way for things to be connected. So what's the first thing we need to do? The first thing we need to do is we need to get it where whenever the player presses a button, it will pop up here. Or first off, let me just, this is bothering me now more than I thought it would. Yes, custom size. Okay, whatever, I'll fix it later. So the first things first, what we have to do is we have to get it where one quick thing. This is the only thing I'm gonna do, which is just quickly turning that into a different color. Awesome, so now I can actually see what I'm looking at. So we just need it so whenever we click the potato patch, it does a specific thing that transfers the information over to our description here and our usage specifically. So how do I want to do that? How do we want to do that? There's a couple of ways we could do this. One is we could have a very, I guess, specific. How do I want to do this? I think one way what I could do is like want a very specific object that contains like description and usages on top of it. So maybe maybe I actually add that to the farm thing, because now I realize I don't have to do anything too crazy if I want like players to diversify how they want to buy stuff. So if I go to the farm design breakdown, potato patch. So I have it so potatoes grow a specific rate, but maybe I can have like the patches grow a specific rate. So what I'm thinking, I'm sorry, the time. I'm pretty sure we've actually gone over time. I just want to implement this number, just like at least kind of think about how I want to do this. I think what I want to do is I want. This is what we want to think about. I think the first thing I want to do is I just want to get just information being passed over. So like maybe we add something to the patch resource that tells us specifically what it does, so the player automatically knows it. Because there would be a way to just kind of like, I guess, extrapolate that information. But on the other hand, it is just kind of weird to. Okay, let's take the 5-minute Pomodoro break now. Actually, gonna do the be right back. And we're gonna think about this. So the timer you guys are gonna hear go off. Keep me honest. Gonna do a quick little BRB to think about this one. Alright, timer didn't take that long. I mean, it was about to be done anyway, but I'll get back to the dev. So I think what we just want to do is we just need to wait for the buttons to know what things are. And I think the way I'll do this, I'll just have a script that contains things, and I'll have that either change or update based on however I do stuff. This is a really dumb way of looking at it, but for example, I'm gonna just put my phone on business mode real quick. There we go. Let's just add in a reference sheet because the way things work right now is there's a consumption rate for each item, and I just have to change it via like a style sheet. So this is gonna be a really bad way to do it. It's gonna be really tedious, and I'm trying to think of a way to like make it efficient, but I really can't right now. And to be honest, that's fine. I'll just make sure I update things accordingly as time goes on. But the first thing we want to do is make it whenever the player clicks it, a description pops up and a user's item pops up. So let's just create a quick script. And we're gonna make this an auto load script so players can easily have access to it. We're gonna create it inside of here, create a new script. It's gonna inherit from node. It's gonna be called shop. I forgot how are scripts named right there. Call these ones shop info ref gd. Cool. That didn't automatically open. Fun. Did that even get created? Yes, it did. Cool. And we're going to go to our project settings. We're going to have an autoload script, and we're just going to go to our scripts, shop info ref right there. No name, shop info. Add it. Sweet. Sweet. Now what we need to do is we don't even need a class for this. We just need to create structs, actually, and I forgot how to do that. So, let's go to create quick new private. And we're going to learn how to create structs inside of Godot. Because I think that would be the best way to do it. Is there not one way to do it? Okay. Fun. That's fine. That's fine. We will just do it like this. We're going to have a section, and we're going to call this one... We're going to have a code region. We're going to call this one buildings. This will be, let's see. Ooh, how do I want to do this? I could have like an array for each, right? I could be like, hey, this is a potato patch, and you're equal to this nonsense. Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, why not? So, we're going to have a var buildings is equal to dictionary. I love dictionaries, and don't take that out of context. What this is going to be is it's going to be the following. So we're going to say, hey, you have a potato patch, and that is going to be equal to the following. What's wrong with you? Bleh. Oh, whoops. I bet this has to be an on-rated. So, what does each item need? It needs the information, like the description. It needs the, what's it called? The usage part of it, and it needs a price. Price, we will just include here. But for now, what's this gonna do? Let's see. Growth. Potatoes. So that's one part. And we'll have like the 0th of it be the description. Hey, Favor16, welcome to the YouTube chat. How are you doing today? And I see you over there in the stream advertiser, Roberta. How you doing? I already asked you how you doing. You already asked me, but I'll ask you again. I guess, or I don't know, weirdly, if you want to say how you're doing, you don't have to say it, but glad you're doing well. I'm glad to hear you're doing pretty well too, Favor. Okay. This is your first time in the chat, right? I just want to make sure. I'm trying to get better at remembering stuff. All right, so the first thing we're gonna have is the description of it. Then the next thing the shop screen requires us to have is usage. So usage will be, and I just have to do new line for a string as well. What's new line inside of Godot? It's probably really simple, isn't it? PD script, new line, press into Python. Oh yeah, and of course, got to restart this timer, Pomodoro timer. That's always important. Make sure we're good on that. Is there a way to do that? It probably is. Okay, so it is just \n. Awesome. We'll see how that works now. So what we need for the players, we just need a way for the potato patch to just reflect the information properly. So potato patch, what do you have? You have a rot rate of 8.75. You have a growth rate of 10 per tick and a consumption rate of 8.75. I can't remember how I did this in particular. I think I did it like, you guys multiplied it by delta. So it's like every second, you use 8.75 water, you grow 10 whatever, and so you grow 10% per second, you rot at 8.75% per second, and let's see, your water consumption rate is 8.75 per second. Good to know. All right, so that's all we really need to do for that part. So 8.75 for growth. Okay. Plus 10% growth per second. Slash minus 8.75% water per second. And, or maybe this. And then finally we want plus 8.75% rot per second when grown. So that's that one thing. And then finally, hey, Dr. Gambit, I have no idea. I don't know, but welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Let's see. And then finally, what do we want on here? I think the last thing we need is the price. So we have description, we have usage, and then price. Let's say patches are good at like, glad you're doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty good too. Had a little bit of a shutdown yesterday, but today I'm doing pretty well. We're getting the shop screen up today. And then once that's done, it's all about balance, then a little bit of polish, and then we get a demo out. And then if people like it, we keep working on it. If not, I'm moving on to something else. 'Cause I hate doing UI-focused games. And I keep doing them. I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's just say potato patches cost like, I don't know. We're gonna make it like 500. There we go. How should we throw this? How should we? So now the final thing we have to do is we just have to say whenever the shop button is pressed, it just references the what's it called? Whenever the shop button is pressed, it just references the shop info node, and then that shop info node will just regurgitate the information that I placed into it. And I'm just gonna put a little comment to myself for now saying must be manually updated for accuracy. Automate if too annoying. Hey, 7flame80, welcome to the chat. How you doing today? Okay, let's get this going here. So, potato spawns, that's fine. Let's go to the shop menu. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff I've made here. Display panel, we don't need that right now. And let's actually lock this so its children can't be selected. And for this patch button, we'll do that. Hey, Alberto, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. And I'm doing well, Seven Flame. Thanks for asking. It's good to see you again. Your icon, Alberta, is now the official icon for literally everything I have now. It is the TikTok, it is the YouTube, it is the Twitch, and I don't think I think you saw in the Discord messages I was exciting, but seriously, thank you. The icon's awesome. Like I really appreciate it. I definitely yeah, I know we've talked about this before, but like as soon as like we get to that point, you're like my go-to for Jesus Christ, Dr. Gamebay. You're my go-to for branding stuff. I want to make sure like once I get like the bag, just to say it as colloquially as possible, we get like the whole stuff done. I'm talking, yeah, I'm just hyped. You cut that is awful. Tuna card though, write that down, that's an idea. How did cut the tuna card? That's terrible. Outside of what my brother just did, pretty good. You're gonna make the best tuna sandwich ever. What goes into your average tuna sandwich? I'm a pretty big snob when it comes to this. I went through like a tuna sandwich phase when I was like 15. I don't know what. Oh, you know what? My friend recommended me this sandwich from a place that was like $30, and I was like, "There's no way I'm spending $30 on a tuna melt. I'm making a tuna melt." It's like a bad place to cut yourself to. Wow. Yeah, giving the willies thinking about it. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to connect the button right here via a signal to our script here. So, that needs to connect to the shop. So button pressed, you're gonna connect to the shop. Hey, look at that, I'm awesome. What you thinking, Alberta? What you thinking? I'm liking that ooh. What ideas are happening? And on the on button press, what we want to do, we also need references to the display panel junk here, which is on the description, doesn't need to be touched. Description does need to be messed with, and usage needs to be messed with, as well as the cost label. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going to just have a reference to each of these actually, we don't need that, dude. Func, update, display panel. That's not how you spell display at all. It's gonna return a void out of that pass, and what's gonna take is gonna take an item, type string. Really can't spell today. You guys got me hyped up. Let's see what we got here. We always want to cook something easy and nice like curry. Curry is not easy, but all right, go off. But something like this happens and you give up. Update on the game. First off, yeah, don't stop cooking. Like, cooking is not nearly as an exact science as baking is. I personally enjoy baking a lot more than I used to cooking now, actually. But yeah, it's just practice. You're waiting for my music. Hey, 7Flame80, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the think tank. Music. Wait, is the music not playing? Or did I say I was gonna make music? Yeah, honestly, what's like my favorite thing to make, and I feel like I've been vastly influenced by Instagram gym culture, which I am starting to hate now a lot. It makes me overthink working out severely. But try making rice bowls, actually. Like, if you can make a really solid, like, chicken teriyaki rice bowl, like, I mean, like, a really good one. It's a great place. Rice bowls are a fantastic place to start cooking. For real! Like, it's, like, I'm glad so many people are working out, but it's just, like, dude, bench pressing 4 plates is not, like, normal. I'm not saying, like, it's bad in any capacity. If you can do that, that is insane, and you should be so proud of your accomplishment. But that should not be the standard for people. The standard is you go in there and you come out feeling more you come out feeling proud of yourself for going in there and then putting in the effort. Like, not everyone's got to be a bodybuilder, you know? You're just going in there to be healthier. That's the fun part. At least that's what I want. Yeah, or like the nutritionist thinks like you can't use seasonings, or like if you're doing this exercise you're wasting your time. It's like, no, you're not. You're moving your body. That's like better than most people on earth. For real. if you got the money, my friend actually recently took me bouldering. It's so fun, and like I'm still incredibly sore, but like I personally enjoy calisthenics more than I enjoy weightlifting, and bouldering is such a good time. Like if you can find like a public bouldering gym that's like not super expensive, or like they have like a cheap day pass and you just want to try out for the day, highly recommend it. Then on top of that, I also recommend calisthenics. There's actually a place that tells you where like local calisthenics gyms are in your area. I think calisthenics are super cool. Like you're not like bench pressing like thousands of pounds, but like you can make your body move in like super weird ways. I think that's awesome. Okay, so for the description of the display panel, what we're going to do is we are going to set the text equal to shop info, which is this node that I created. Dot. Ooh, crap cakes. This is what we're gonna do. So I put it into buildings. I don't care. We're not gonna do buildings anymore. We're gonna do items. And what this is going to do that items, and it's going to take in the item. So description text is gonna be item 0. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. The next thing we're gonna do is we want the usage dot text is equal to this. And we want current, let's get a var current price, and that's equal to a, let's say a float. And this will be the price from the price of the selected item from the shop. There you go. I wrote update, by the way. I don't know if that's on purpose. Where did I put that? Did I? Wait, I think I know what you might be talking about. No, it's not this one. Yeah, I just wrote, yeah. 10 update. Oh, shoot. Oh, UD pay. Oh! That was not on purpose. I just can't spell. At all. Thanks for catching that. That would have driven me insane in about 10 minutes. So, we want that to happen. And then finally, so this price right here is whatever the player currently selected. So we're going to say current price is equal to shop info dot items item 2. Then we want the cost label to be the following. Text is equal to $sign plus str of current price. Okay. So if this works accordingly, oh yeah, and for the people who are in the YouTube audience right now, or if you're watching the future for YouTube, I tried to get the overlay to work for both chatting and Twitch chat and YouTube chat. But the thing I made, or the thing I'm using, which is Stream Elements right now, only supports what I actively have signed in. So that's Twitch. I do see you though, and I will figure out a better solution in the future. But for now, sorry, this is all I could really get. Okay, so on patch button place, all we want to do is we want to do pate potato patch. Okay, so if this works, I will be a happy camper. If this doesn't work, it's, it's programming. What are you gonna do? Okay. Nice. Now all we need to do is just change it. So if we go here to 2D and we change this one right here, we just need to set it up so it doesn't just go off screen completely. Auto wrap. What's arbitrary? What are our wrapping modes do for us here? Arbitrary wrap text inside the rows bounding breaking lines. Nope. We want it to be by word. There we go. And also, hey, Super Fuzzins, love the name. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the YouTube stream. We're simulcasting. Okay, let's try that out. And I think for our description section right here, I could do This went clean off the board here. I think. Hey, awesome. It didn't. My text didn't change when I was doing the formatting last time. So let's try this out. See if this works here. Ooh, you're a kind of Godot game too. Hey, you know, if you open up Godot and you've typed in programming, you're a Godot dev. Allows the growth of purchased potatoes. We need to be watered for potatoes to grow. Look at the thing happened. Things are happening. But it's nice to see another fellow Godot dev. I think we all are actually, or at least now we all are. Look at that, dude. It worked. Okay. So now we got our description working. Let's back that up. Always back up the projects. Let's see. Added shop descriptions. Oh, wow. Let's see. Pressing a shop button now updates the description for the shop for the selected item. Okay, so now that we have that, what we want to do is we want to make it whenever the player presses the button, or at least the purchase button, it just checks to see if they have the money for it. So, this is all fine and dandy. Where do we want? This is the purchase button. Ooh, I'm gonna have to probably. Actually, no, it's fine. Pretty sure this is all gonna be pretty constant. I wrote a design document, but at this point, it's more of a remember to not make yourself go insane thing, Zach. But at this point, we're past that threshold. Yeah, go. You okay, Quincy? What? We're eating tater tots with chopsticks? What?
See how crispy it is.
That's pretty crispy tot. I'm good. I'm good, bro.
It's really crispy.
I bet it's crispy.
I'm not gonna be crispy
I'm not hungry, man. I believe you. Those are your tots. You put the effort to it.
I want you on
Hey. It's okay.
Just eat a crispy tot.
It's okay. Bro, I brushed my teeth. It's okay. It's okay. Those are your tots.
You can be really mad.
You shouldn't be mad, man. I can smell the effort you put into those. Those are your tots. Did you break out the air fryer?
No.
You just made those?
Yeah.
That's real.
Those are your tots.
Beautiful. All right. Next thing we have to do is we just have to get this purchase button working, and which yeah, this is gonna be gross. So we're gonna have to signal way high up for this. I'm thinking that. How do we want to do this? We just need to be like, hey, if the player purchases, you could use a while statement for which part? I'm scared of while statements. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. I've been programming for a while now, still haven't figured it out. Am I married? You know, Alberta, you've actually asked this question before. I am still not married. I'm married to the grind, Alberta. I'm married to the bag. Shut up, Quincy. You're eating tots. While loop for all of it? No, maybe the next game. While money is greater than cost. Do that. I should probably do those more often. I've been putting like constant checks like that into the Oh no, you don't have to apologize for asking the question. Honestly, like out of all the questions I've gotten, that's probably one of the more standard ones. What's up? I was just making note of it. I didn't mean to like wasn't calling you out or nothing. I guess I should put that into like an update statement. The only thing I'm worried about that though is sometimes there's like weird disconnects with like the player's inventory or just like stuff that's moving around. Where it's like, hey, if this thing is currently a thing and you're checking for this, it breaks. No, screw it. Let's try it. We backed it up. I ain't no scared of no while loop. Oh, but that might be a recursive call though. That's not recursion actually. Okay. For now, we're just gonna connect it to the main node and just be like, hey, if you click this button, buy the thing, add it to the player's inventory. Because I'm pretty sure the way I set it up is like for gear and stuff like that. Like the only thing that doesn't have a very specific like capital is the potatoes themselves. That's fine. We'll change the system if it needs to be. But yeah, let's just do this. Let's go purchase button on press, connect to shop. There we go. So if the purchase button is pressed, what is we gonna do? We're going to, Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do now. My brain is braining for once in my life. We're going to say, hey, this will emit a signal from the. Oh wait. Okay. Now I know what to do. I promise I can think. We're gonna do main. We're gonna do on ready. We're gonna get reference in the main node. Var main is equal to get tree. Oh wait. Gotta make it the type so I get the autocomplete. Game manager, and it's equal to get tree dot get nodes in group main 0. Sweet. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna say on button press. We're gonna create a signal called purchasing item, and it's going to emit. We're gonna create one more thing. Their current item. It's gonna be a string, and we're gonna say. This is such a bad way to do it. Ghost of Tsushima was just announced on PC. My God. Another game that I want, and then I'll buy, then I'll never beat, then I'll get mad at myself for not beating it, then beat it 10 years later. I'm adding it to the wish list, gosh darn it. Still need to be Elden Ring. And oh my God, there's so many games I need to beat, dude. I'm having an existential crisis. Not today, god damn it. Okay. So purchasing items. What we want to do is we want to put in an item, and that's the string. And we want to put the amount, and that's the. That's an int, and then. Same, right? I've been meaning to for a while now. It's never gonna happen. Until one day I get really bored. Like, I recently beat Nuclear Throne, and that was like the biggest achievement. The last time I tried beating Nuclear Throne was when I was like 16, and I was not paying attention in physics class. My physics teacher, if you somehow see this in the future, you know who you are. I loved your class, I'm sorry. And I just beat it. And that was like 10 years. Almost 10 years. No, not even close. How old am I? That was 6 years. So like I said, it's close to 10 years and not. I'm getting old, son. Okay, so basically what we want to do is we just want to purchase the item. And then, I guess what we finally need is like, what is this item? Is this gear? Is this... I'm getting away from my mic. I lean out a lot when I do that. Sorry. We need to figure out, like, is the item that we're purchasing gear, a building, or fertilizer? Those are like the three main things. All right. Now I'm gonna make my life harder. This is a building. Having type as the final one. That needs to be the final thing. No, Dr. Gambit, let's finish Elden Ring. Let's make that. Let's put that on the list. That's the New Year's list. Not saying you have to finish it by the end of this year, but attempt to finish it by the end of this year. Potato patch. Current price is equal to that. And we'll get a var item type. And it's a string. And we'll say item type is equal to what did I call it? Shop item, shop info. Items, item, and it'll be element 3 in that list there. You got 20 games you bought in the last 3 months you gotta finish? Maybe I'll remember. Wait, do you have Helldivers? Because it actually takes all priority. Nothing else takes priority. Democracy takes priority. Super Earth takes priority. Okay, let's see. So, the final thing to do is just after we get like the items and we get like the current price, we just need to emit the signal on purchase. So that's the last thing we're gonna do. Type. Hey, look at this, our work string timer. It's another string, and I'm gonna do that. We're gonna set the 5 minutes. Gotta respect the timer. It's the most important thing, actually. You played the first Helldivers in 2015. Same here. My brother made it his life goal to kill me every single time we played that, without hesitation. I don't know why. My hair's all messed up from the headset. Well, my hair's always messed up in general. I don't take good care of it. I should. Look how thin my dreads are now, man. It's only a matter of time before either they become as strong as bridge cables or they just become as brittle as something that's brittle. But yeah, how much is the first? I mean, Helldivers actually has an update right now. What do you mean, newbies? Helldivers 2 is way harder than 1, dude. I should know. I remember. And by remember, I mean, like, I recently played it. Oh, snap. Crab Champions has a huge update. E6. And completed 36. As you can see, that doesn't add up at all. There's games in here that I have not, like Stardew Valley. Technically, I haven't beaten it yet. I have a wife. I have 2 kids I haven't seen in years in game. Know what's going to? It's going to uncompleted, dude. What else? Terraria, I've actually beaten that. They keep adding achievements before I can 100% it. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Valheim, guess where that's going? Add to uncompleted. I don't know why it's incompleted. It shouldn't be incompleted. Remove from completed. Get out of here. Dark Souls 3. I bet you can guess where that is. It's in uncompleted. Cuphead. Again, I bet you can guess where that is. Cuphead is probably one of the first games I've actually truly experienced, like, genuine gamer rage over. Like, gamer rage in the essence that, like, I punched a door, like, full overhood hand hook with, like, my arm. I don't know what it was. It was out of joy, too. Because we won the fight, I think. Starbound. Yeah, that's been beaten. Sunset Overdrive. Heavily slept on. Beaten. Superliminal. Fire game. I cannot wrap my head around how this was created. I want to create something like this someday. Beaten. I think my mouse just broke. My mouse is... Oh, wait. Oh, Risk of Rain 2 is running. Oh, God. Okay. Everything's exploding right now, dude. The alarms are going off. Risk of Rain 2 is happening. We don't want to play Risk of Rain 2. That's not the goal. Is the stream still running? Has it exploded yet? No, we are good. Things are happening. Okay, cool. Wolfenstein New Order. Beat this. Cried. First game I ever cried about. Watch Dogs 2. Love this game. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Woke up at 6 a.m. every day to play that. We are here. Great. Free to play game. Blaster Beat. Fire. If you guys haven't played it, it's a Quake rhythm game. Highly recommend it. Made in Unreal, so run at your own discretion. Brotato. This game right here is actually what inspired me to like really go all in on game development for Godot. Because I was just kind of like farting around for a while, but then Brotato came out. And that game blew the hell up. Like, look here. So Brotato is $5, right? On Steam. It's another really great Godot game, actually. I highly recommend this. If you do the math for how Steam games, like how many like reviews to money Steam games make, what you can do actually is if you take the price of the game, so let's say it's $5, you take 30% of that, which is, what is that? It's like 15 cents. Remove that from there, so you get $4.85, right, for every sale. Then if I'm doing my math wrong, someone correct me if I'm doing it wrong here. Then you multiply it by all reviews. So multiply 4.85, and we're not including taxes here, because come on, who's paying their taxes? Please pay your taxes if you have to. Let's see. We got 68,948 times $4.85. That is so much money, dude. And this is just a fun game. And that's why I'm glad, like, the just genuinely fun games are making a ton of money. Like, Lilo Company, so good. So good. Made a crap ton of money. Brotato, so good. Made a crap ton of money. Just have fun with game development. Then when success hits, it hits. That's vastly simplifying the process. But yeah. Okay, so we're back to it. This is probably like the last Pomodoro of the session. So let's say let's see how far we are on the list too, actually. Because I did have like a little bit of a to-do list. Creating UI for sections of the shop, section of gear, display item. Oh, technically we actually did finish the to-do list today. Nice. So yeah, purchase button. So what we want to do is we just basically want to say, hey, when this purchase button happens, we want to emit the purchasing item signal. And what we want to do with that is we want to do current item, comma, amount. Oh, that's how much it costs, dude. Okay, that's really... cost. So we want current amount, we want current price. And finally, we want item type. Okay. And we want emit. Ooh, no. Purchasing item is not a function. Oh, whoops. This is what it is. There it is. Something I'll learn how to use Godot. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take this purchasing items button, we want to emit it, and then that's directly connected to the main node. So we actually have to finish that connection. We're going to do a func ready. And we're going to pass for now. We're going to go over to our main node, and we are going to add probably up here. Right here. Let's just put it right here. Func on buying, I think item is what I called it. Make sure it returns void because that actually does make it run just a little bit better if you add a specific return type. On purchase button press. Okay. Purchasing item, there it is. On purchasing item is what we want to call it. So on purchasing item, we go here. We just want to connect purchasing item dot connect to main dot on purchasing item. Awesome. It needs to be that. Then what we want to do is we want to just make sure all of these are being passed properly. So we need these arguments to be inside of the purchasing item function here, like so. And what we want to do is we want to do the first thing, which is check to see if the player even has the money for it. So we're going to say player.get node. I've done this so many times that actually I do need to just cache the player inventory. Inventory component dot wallet, I believe is what it is. Let me just double check that, because this way I can just have the autocomplete built in. Yeah, it's called wallet. If player none I want is greater than or equal to cost, then do some stuff else, print not enough money. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to say, hey, if we do actually have that money, what we want to do is we want to say wallet minus equals cost. Then, yeah, we will change this because this just needs to be cached, dude. Wallet minus equals cost. Then what we want to say is we want to get a switch case, actually, or a match case of type. And what this is, for people who aren't familiar, match case is kind of like an if statement, except it's just going to be checking like a variable of the same values that just change in the same way. So for example, We're just checking to see what type of item the player is purchasing. And 3 types of items we have are buildings, gear, and we have fertilizer. So instead of saying like if the player purchased fertilizer, do this code in, or else if do this, else if do this, because whenever you do an if else statement and you just write that, even if the code inside that if else statement doesn't run, the computer still checks what would happen if that case is met. It slows down the game. A great example of this is actually Soundera Simulator. So what a match statement does is it basically says, hey, I have this very repetitive but specific case that I need to check. Just check to see if this case is being met. It doesn't check the code inside of it. So you could have like the most complex, you could have an entire instance of Godot running inside the if else statement, and it'll be crazy, but if you have it running inside the match statement, the computer won't check what it's inside there. It'll just say, oh, does this case match? Nope, move on. So it's a really easy way to just kind of like add some extra efficiency to your game. So in this case, we're just going to be matching different types, and for now we have buildings, we have gear, and we have fertilizer. If we look at our shop info reference, we have it as here, building. So in the case that it is a building, what we are going to do is we are going to add a pass statement here, and I want to check our player's inventory real quick to just make sure if I did anything specific for, yeah, I actually did have a remove money function inside there. Yeah. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Player that remove money cost. There you go. So what we want to do is we want to do that. Then we want to check to see if there's like an add building or subtract building. I'm pretty sure I have done this. Yeah, we want to add building to our inventory, so we don't have to worry about that. So if it is a type building, what we want to do is for the final time, call this code again. God, I really need to cache this. That'll be like the next code cleanup that will happen. That add building, and it's going to be of type item, and then it's going to be of type, and it's going to be like 1 because you only need to add 1. Just double checking. Yep. Yeah, and that should be it. So if the player attempts to buy a building, they have the money for it, great. If they don't, they don't. Nico Plays, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Using the Mr. Beast YouTube thumbnail add-on? What's it look like? It's Mr. Beast. Wait, isn't it just say procrastinate? He has a whole thing that's saying free money. Oh my god, that's perfect. That's perfect advertising, dude. That's huge. Okay, so we're gonna quickly try this out here. And we're gonna add some sprinklers in between there. This is actually starting to feel like a game now. This makes me happy. Now we just wait for these bad boys to grow. Yep. Yep. All right. Potatoes are actively growing. Then let's see, sell screen. What do we have? We have 30 spuds. We can sell them for a lot of money. It's great. So if we look here, we don't have anything else. We just have a sprinkler. But go to that. We go to our shop here. Get a potato patch. Purchase. And we just press tab. Holy crap, dude! It works. Dude, it actually works. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Seven Flame. Okay, this is actually huge. Let's go back to our our shop screen here. Where we have this right here. Let's go to our cost label here. Just make sure that there is no text inside there. For item usage here, just make sure there's no text in there. For you, let's just go input. No, whatever. That doesn't matter. This is crazy. This actually worked. Okay, that's exciting. let's. Yo, Nico plays. Quick little Discord plug. If you want to take a screenshot with the thumbnails and send it in the Discord for the channel, that'd be awesome. I kind of want to use that. No pressure though if you don't want to. It's all good. Okay, cool. Let's just say player can. Oh wait, use shop to buy potato patch. Awesome. This is great. That worked. Okay. So now let's try out a different one. In fact, actually, let me go to the bathroom real quick. And then we'll add the sprinkler. And I think, yeah, doing pretty good today. Doing really good today. So, BRB. Let's add under the gear section our sprinklers. So I think it's here, shop section. Let's increase it one. There we go, gear section. So we made the buildings gray. Let's just make the gear section the same thing. Or theme override styles panel. We can add a quick one. Yay, the real challenge for all of this will actually be when I thanks Alberta. The real challenge for all of this will be I can't speak. The real, almost there, words coming. They're existing. No, they're not. Wow. Challenge. Wow. Okay, there it was. It was a CH word. Is going to be learning how to use Godot's theme system, testing this game in full screen, and realizing that everything didn't scale properly. But that's a problem for future me to have another panic attack about. So, inside the gear section right here, we're going to put our building. Well, basically, we're just going to duplicate this thing right here. I'm just putting here. So that gets copied and put into here. Paste. There we go. And instead of this being a potato patch, we're going to call this one sprinkler. And we're not going to have you have this signal. Actually, I'm going to disconnect you. And what we're going to do is just add in our script for that. So, I do need this. I don't need most of this for now, and I can get rid of these. Shop. I want to keep this we're going to keep this guy here. Shop info. Yep, this is the one we need. Main GD, just to double check. Okay, cool. Now, we get to add in a whole other section to this, which is basically just going to recreate what we've created here. So we got a sprinkler, and that is going to contain the following. Not that. Not that either. Here we go. So we need a description. We need this stuff. So whatever I set the sprinkler to be. On a sprinkler is technically building, actually, now I think about it. Okay, that's gonna be fun. I guess it's a gear building. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, what did I set this to? you water at 10% every second. So that's what the player really needs to worry about. So we go to the shop info here, sprinkler, water surrounding patches. Players. Yeah. What's up? Racist ass gif. Add to the player's monthly bill cycle. So there's that. So that's our description. Next is our little thing here, and this plus 10% water per sec. And then it needs to be of cost. Let's say sprinklers cost like $1,500, and it's going to be added to the building section. And I forgot the comma. Sweet. Now what we need to do is just make sure that this updates properly. So the sprinkler button inside of our menu here. Blah blah blah. This is called the patch button. We don't want this to be called the patch button. We need this to be called the sprinkler button. And this will be on pressed, connecting to the shop screen. There we go. On purchase button. Okay. Should have done this in a different fashion. Okay, so that will be like that. Let me just copy and paste this here. Then we got sprinkler button, or you just want this to be a sprinkler. And then the next thing on top of that will just be you update displays panel sprinkler, like so. Make sure that these are tabbed in properly, like that. And yeah, should be good to go. Let's just make sure that on our 2D here that we are by default on the shop screen here. Awesome. Yeah, okay. Hopefully this works. So let's start off the player growing some potato patches. They'll get some spuds in there, some Yukons in there, some yams in there. Wait for these bad boys to grow. We'll water them too. Good harvest, and another good harvest. Then go to our stock screen and see how much. Spud price plummeted to $33 a share. Yukon prices isn't too bad. Yam prices actually closed out the week huge. How many yams did I sell here? Nice, that's a lot of money. Awesome. So let's just place our sprinklers here as well. We'll get like, no, we won't buy that for now. So we got $4,000. So let's buy some potato patches. And let's buy a sprinkler. Okay, the money isn't. Oh, okay. Money isn't being really reflected here on the money screen, which is no good thing to notice now. We own 3 sprinklers. We own 2 potato patches. That's good. Here we go. So all we really need to do now is if we go to our main, because I'm pretty sure the main is what's controlling the money display here. Econ manager, player HUD. Yeah, player HUD. And you are being called there. Plant HUD to refresh options. Don't want that. Plant HUD. There we go. On sale potato. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's only being called on sale potatoes. So this, I'm not sure where else this is called. If just, oh, it's just here, huh? Okay. Let's just call this an update function. This is so minimal that just having it update every frame would be so much better. We'll just set that to be right here. Inventory is not. Dude. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. This is where I really need to do what I really need to do, which is finally just redoing. No, we got about. I was gonna close out this room in about 10 minutes. So let's just finally add in that fix for the player inventory, and just replace every instance of where just every instance of where we do all that check for the player inventory. Var player inventory, and it's of type inventory component. There we go. Yeah, and I don't know if I can do that here. Oh, I mean, if it's on ready, it would just be done here. Var player inventory, and that's equal to player dot get node inventory components. Hopefully this doesn't lead to a crash. If I run the game and it doesn't lead to a crash, we're gonna be fine, and it did because oh, there we go. Let's run it. Okay, didn't lead to a crash. Great. So now what we need to do is build one unit player inventory. Player inventory. Basically, we just need to do wherever I've like referenced the inventory. And I'm just gonna go back through this one by one because it kind of helps you focus sometimes. It's gonna be a little boring, but I just called it player inventory, correct? Yeah, go. So, get rid of you. Call it that. Awesome. Where else did we just do a bunch of that? And right here as well. What? There we go. Inventory. Wow, I did this so many times, dude. I should have just cached it at the beginning. I don't know why I didn't do that. I think I just avoid that subconsciously sometimes. Okay. So now we just have to set this bad boy, here we go, to occur every time we just run the game. So it should be in the process function. That should fix that. Get 0 monies. And look at this. I think a well-placed sprinkler will do that. Oh wait, spud stock was not the move there. We only got sprinklers now. It's not super obvious how the sprinklers water stuff too. Okay, so we have spud stock. Oh my god, it's up. Bleh. Oh, that is a tooltip. I knew tooltips existed. Okay, so just all the spud stock. Okay, we've received one broken thing for another broken. Oh yeah, the game's paused when that happens. Okay, that's fine-ish. We just have to set it so now every time this happens, something else happens. So we're gonna say potato patch. I'm gonna purchase like 3 of these. There we go. Okay, so now what we just need to do is we just need to call basically this update. Instead of in the process, we'll just call it every time like a purchase of something occurs. So on sell potato, update the inventory. On purchasing the item, we will also update our inventory. On building place, I think that should be it really. Just purchasing the item and selling potatoes. Let's try it out, make sure that all of our bases are covered. And let's do a little spread. We got spud and we got yams for that guy there. Okay, and we will get some sprinklers in between these two as well. Yep, and yeah, that's good this week. Spud stock's up, nice. Yukon stock, not bad. The yam price kind of leveled out throughout the week. That's pretty solid. Let's sell these guys. We'll just sell them all. Actually, no, we'll keep it like that. Potato patch. There we go. And there we go. Awesome. And that is pretty much our completed shop system. So, awesome. With this being done, now we can actually get to the other parts of the games, like balancing and adding more stuff to the game to actually make it playable and increasing the models. But everybody, we have pretty much completed the skeleton of the game. We got the shop system, we got the stock system. Oh, we still need the ability to buy and sell potatoes. That's the last thing to do. So we will add. Actually, that should be pretty simple. Now I think about it. I keep saying, yeah, we're gonna end this, but no, we got one more thing to do. Yay. It's gonna be real simple though. So let's go to our finance screen. Just make sure this is always on the default. Always gotta make sure that we're on the default for stuff. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over to our cell screen thing here. Go to our 2D. Let's get selling labeler here. I need to set that to something else actually, because it can't be that anymore. It can't be selling. Trading. And let's see. I did something else here. Sold. Oh, guess that's weird. Okay. Where did this get messed up? Because selling potatoes, I think, is where things got. Oh, here we go. Dropped. There it is. This just bothers me. Parent name dropped. I just forgot to add a space to one of these, and it just keeps popping up. I just want to fix that real quick. Player, where is it? Player dropped. Can't parent name dropped. Did I not do that? Okay, whatever. That's just like extra bits and pieces. So we're gonna change this to trading. Like so. And instead of a confirm button, which I believe if we look at the script, it says, yeah. Actually, we're gonna have to add a couple more things for like what the player can and can't do. We'll do this later. I think for now, we pretty much finished up our thing. We had the UI, section for potatoes, patches, and refinement, section for gear, area to display the items this does, shop system is now complete, items in the shop reflect buildings, complete, this needs to be changed, and this needs to happen. But once that's done, the skeleton of the game is done. We're gonna be good to go. But let's back this up, saying shop screen complete, or shop system complete right here. Push it. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today, y'all. So, not bad stream actually. 2 hours, we got a lot done. We actually completed the shop system. So, of course, we got to end today with the thank you. So let me pull up the YouTube page too, because I missed some subs last time we did this. And let's see, double check. Where we at? Oh wow. All right, sweet. Okay. Let's see. Thanks to Anna James and Seven Flames for the follow. Thanks to and Seven Flames also for the sub and the double chatting on the YouTube. That's just when your time. I know it's a lot. Someday I'll figure out how to stream properly. Of course, thanks to let's see, Alberta for hopping in the chat, and also of course designing the new incredible logos we have for the channel. Super appreciative of that. Of course, Dr. Gambit for coming in. Hopefully your cooking adventure gets a little bit better. I could share some recipes in chat if you're interested. I'm a bit of a cook myself. Of course, thanks to, let's see, Favor16 for hopping in at the beginning. Super Fuzzins for coming in with the awesome name. And Nico Plays for coming in at the very end with the Mr. Beast thumbnail mod for your browser. That's pretty funny. And the odds of the free money coming up at the same time is phenomenal. But today was a great stream, guys. We got a lot great done. The game's almost done for the skeletal portion of it. So once we add in a few more bits and pieces to it, we got a demo coming out for you guys. The next challenge is just UI and proper 3D models, but I'm kind of excited about that. Either way, it's going to do it for today, guys. I'll see you around the same time tomorrow. I'll text in the Discord if anything changes. That's going to do it. I hope you guys have a phenomenal time, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.